Today we're going to be going over the best football player diet. Now, when it comes to your diet as a football player, it kind of depends on what your goals are, right? So like, at the end of the day, it's all about calories in and calories out at a beginning starting point. Just keep things simple for you guys. So if you want to gain weight, simple. You have to consume more calories than what you burn on a daily basis. They call that a calorie surplus. If you want to lose weight, you got to burn more calories or consume less calories than what you're actually burning on a day-to-day basis. That's called a calorie deficit. So let's say, for example, let's keep the numbers simple. You're burning 1,000 calories a day, right? So it's both athletes. You want to gain weight, you want to lose weight. Burning 1,000 a day, guaranteed with practice, with whatever. To gain weight, you got to consume over 1,000. So 1,200 to 1,300 calories in that specific example. You want to be 20 to 30% over your break-even point. Now, if you want to lose weight and you're burning 1,000 calories a day, consume 800 calories and you will progressively lose weight over time. So at the end of the day, it's about calories in and calories out, and that's the most important thing that football players should think about first. And now we're going to get into some more advanced things that you should think about. Now, the next thing that you want to worry about if you are trying to ultimately gain weight is going to be protein consumption. But protein consumption is actually good for all football players. If you are trying to lose weight, if you're trying to gain weight, you're trying to maintain your weight, because it helps with recovery, guys. As a football player, what are you constantly doing? You're lifting, you're running on the field, you're practicing on the field, you're taking hits, whatever, and you're breaking down muscle tissue in your body. So protein consumption helps you repair those broken down muscle tissues. So what you want to do is you want to try to consume 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight if you're trying to maintain or lose weight. So let's say you're 150, you want to consume 150 grams of protein a day. If you're trying to gain weight and you're 150 trying to get to 160, you want to consume 160 grams of protein on a day-to-day basis. And we're going to talk about why that's important in a second. But protein will help you with recovery. Protein will help you attack the workouts the next day so you can feel fully refreshed and get the most out of your practices. Now, if you're an athlete who needs to gain weight, like we said, with your diet, you got to be consuming a lot of protein. Now, you can get all of your protein from food, you guys, but as a high school athlete or just any type of football player, you have a very busy schedule. You have class, you have practice, you have weights, you have homework, so you don't necessarily are able to eat like 5 or 6 meals throughout the day. So that's why it's great to supplement with some type of protein powder or protein shake. So if you guys would like a great protein powder specifically for athletes, check out that very first link in the description below for our AG Labs Whey Protein Powder. This is a protein powder company that I started with my brother, and we wanted to make products specifically for athletes to help them with their goals, with their diet, their weight, whatever in the off season or during the season. So guys, check out that very first link in the description below. This is our cinnamon snickerdoodle flavored protein powder. We also have cookies and cream. We also have chocolate peanut butter brownie. It is some of the best tasting protein that's out there. So if you use the promo code, guys, FIRST25, FIRST25 at checkout, you can get 25% off your first order. So again, guys, very first link in that description below. Now, also when it comes to your diet as a football player, carbohydrates are what give you energy as a football player, right? Especially if you're not taking, a caffeinated supplement or a caffeinated drink, drinking coffee, whatever. Your energy is going to come from the carbohydrates that you consume. But a lot of people will hear that and they consume the wrong type of carbohydrates. Guys, you want to consume something called a slow releasing carb, which is something that gives you energy over a long lasting period of time. Like if you eat a piece of white bread, that's a fast releasing carb. That means that when you eat that white bread, you'll get an energy rush, but you will crash after the fact. If you eat, and especially that's usually just generally like in the US because they spray so much stuff, they put so much pesticides, all kinds of stuff on our food supply. So you want to try to eat as much natural food as possible. We're going to talk about that later in this video, what I mean by that. But you guys want to have, I would say, the best carbs to eat is rice, brown rice, potatoes, or sweet potatoes specifically. I think sweet potatoes is probably the best thing that you guys can consume. But if you can consume that with breakfast, you consume that with lunch, maybe before your weight room workout, before your practice, I think you'll have a lot of energy and you'll have a sustained energy rather than a quick energy rush and then you crash and then you're sleeping in your second or third period of the day. Now, something else that I feel all athletes should at least avoid with their diets is processed foods that contain a bunch of different chemicals. So I'm talking like, like chips, candy, all that stuff that you find in the grocery store, cereal in the grocery store, all that stuff, you guys, is filled with a bunch of ingredients that probably didn't exist 10 years ago. They're artificially made. And those types of artificially made ingredients that you're putting in your body is not good for you guys. That's not good for your mental clarity. You have tons of brain fog. It's not good for your energy levels. Like, guys, think about it. It's a chemical. Like, why would you want to put a chemical in your body? Just think about it logically for a second. And there's a reason why, like the testosterone levels are declining in men. There's a reason why energy levels decline in men over time, because again, our food supply is so tainted. So what I recommend to you guys is, I don't know if you're religious or what, but if God made the food, eat the food. So I'm talking stuff that doesn't come in a wrapper. I'm talking natural things. I'm talking like rice. I'm talking an apple, an orange, steak, eggs, like single ingredient foods that don't have a bunch of processed chemicals that are clearly not good for your system, because those chemicals can stay in your body over time. And why would you want to put anything like that in your body? So guys, logically think about the food that you eat. Know that a lot of that stuff is not good for you. It's all one big marketing ploy so these big ass companies can make a ton of money. So just understand, eat what's natural, eat single ingredient foods.